Assalamualaikum, we are group 4. We will discuss about relationship between students, study hour and their grade achieved.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. My name is Umairah binti Ehsan and I will continue with the introduction. Firstly, statistics refer to function in mathematics involving the collection, description, analysis, and conclusion from quantitative data. Statistics can determine how to draw reliable conclusions about large group and general events of behavior and other characteristics through the analysis of data based on a small sample. Next, statistics are divided into two types, which is descriptive statistics and inference statistics. Descriptive statistics consists of sample, properties, and population data, while inference statistics use properties to test hypotheses and draw conclusions. Finally, regression analysis is a statistical conclusion technique that is widely used to determine the trend and nature of relationship. We will use regression analysis to complete the assigned task. We will determine the relationship between student studies hour and their grades achieved.
Assalamualaikum, I am Siti Radia with metric card number AP210308. Next, I will discuss about methodology. We used an online survey to collect the data of this study. The questionnaires consist of 5 questions. For question 1 is to find out the respondent gender. Then second question is to find out the respondent age, while the third question is the name of student's university. Next question is asking that the students study hour per day, and the last question is about their grades for the last semester. There are 40 of students that answer this survey. All the respondents were given 2 weeks to respond and give answer to this questionnaire in the survey. Next, the slide show the percentage students study hour. Based on the survey, most of the students study at least 2 hours for their studies hour. Next, based on the survey, 55% of students achieved 3.5 until 4.0 for their grades.
Hello, my name is Nurul Ain binti Muhammad Idris. Next, I will continue the presentation on the scattered plot for data. We have analyzed the data and the data is shown in the table. As we can see, there is no one that gained grade that is below 2. The highest study hour is 8 hours for one student and the student gained the grade between 3.5 and 4. The majority of the student studied hours in a day is 2 hours. And the majority of them is getting 3.5 and 4 pointer. The most grade achieved from student that achieve grade between 3.5 and 4 is 21 student. For the grade 3.4 until 3.49 is 15 student. While for the grade 2.5 until 2.9 is 2 student and the grade 2.0 until 2.49 is 2 student. The data is analyzed in the scattered plot data is as shown above.
So this is formula we use in this study. For the list of equation formula is beta naught plus beta 1x to get sxy equal to summation of xi times yi minus 1 over n times summation of xi times summation of yi to get sxx equal to summation of xi square minus 1 over n times summation of xi square. For the correction of coefficient formula is r equal to sxy square root sxx times syy. For coefficient of determination is r square equal to sxy square over sxx times syy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Sarah binti Zainuddin. I will continue the presentation with 3.0. Equation for the least square line. Okay, this table show for our data. Based on the table, n is sample size of the student responses. Total of sample size is 40 students. X is the data of study hour responses per day, and Y is the data of grades students achieved for the last semester. Total summation of X is 120. Total Y is 137.5. Total of X squared is 1308. Total of Y squared is 1870.42, and total of XY is 1354.5. For the calculation, first we have to calculate mean of the data x and y by using the formula total x divided by sample size. Okay, we get the mean of x is equal to 3.0 and the mean of y is equal to 3.4375. After that, to get the equation of a least square line, y equals to beta naught plus beta ix, where beta naught is equal to y bar minus 2 bi times 2x bar, and beta I is equal to sxy divided by sxx. But to get the beta naught, we have to find beta I first, which is sxy divided by sxx. So we have the formula of sxy. It is the summation of x and y minus to 1 over m times to summation of x times to summation of y. Okay, from the table, we have summation of x times y. It is 1354.5. And for the total of x, it's equal to 120. And total y is equal to 137.5. And we have put the data to the SXY formula, and we get the amount of SXY is equal to 942. After we calculate the SXY, we must calculate the SXX, because the formula of beta I is equal to SXY divided with SXX. Formula of sxx equal to summation of x squared minus 1 over n times to summation of x but v squared. From the table above, we get the data of summation of x and summation of x squared. Okay, summation of x is 120 and summation of x squared is 1308. And the amount of SXX is equal to 948. So when we have the SXY and SXX, we can calculate the beta I, and we get the beta I is equal to 0.99. So After that, we have calculate beta naught using the formula beta naught is equal to y bar minus 2 bi times 2 x bar. Okay, for the calculation coefficient of determination, we use the formula r squared equals to sxy squared divided with sxx times 2 syy. From the formula, we can see that the value of sxy and sxx we already have. So we have to calculate value of syy. The formula of syy is summation of x squared minus 1 over n times 2 summation of total y square. So we get SYY is 103,044.76. For the calculation coefficient of correlation, we use the formula R equals to SXY divided with square root SXX times 2 SYY. So we get the value of R is equal to 0.6343. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
In the conclusion, a regression in statistics is statistical analysis that assess the relationship between two variables. This assignment to determine the relationship between students' study hour and their grade achieved. Then the calculation is used to determine the relationship between students' hour and their grades achieved. This relationship or problems solved involve the simple linear regression, the least square method, find and interpret the determination coefficient and correlation coefficient. The two variables for this study are called